Hello, it's Tracy Jackson, also known as the Spiritual Cheerleader, and I'm coming to you today to talk about sacred space. We kind of touched on it a little bit last week with the smudging video, but I wanted to show you my altar and how I use that altar as kind of my jumping off point for my sacred space. So my altar started really simply. At first, I just happened one day to get caught in a Walmart during a rainstorm and was trying to kind of kill some time and discovered that Walmart has like a whole little section for spiritual tools, even though most people don't even think of them as spiritual tools, but it's kind of like they got an area to create your own Zindan, like that has essential oils or aromatherapy that you can use in diffusers. They've got incense, they've got candles, they've got literally everything, the little water fountains, everything to like kind of have that like blissed out Zindan that you've always wanted. I know a lot of people are going, Walmart, yeah, like I never want to shop there, whatever. I get it. However, I got stuck in the Walmart during the rain and went there for food and couldn't get out. And so I ended up venturing over into the other areas. I started, like I said, with a fountain, like a relaxing Zen fountain, and my essential oil diffuser. And I'm gonna show you guys those two things right now. Like the fountain is behind here. It's right here. It's really nice. And then the essential oil diffuser is right here. I've got my incense on the table. I've got I bought this from like Ross or Home Goods. I got my Himalayan salt lamp from, pretty sure it was Ross or Home Goods. I want to say it was Ross. I got this from Ross or Home Goods as well. As many of you know, I'm obsessed with Egypt. So the Egyptian obelisk I love. And I have this kind of like Tut-esque bust here that I got from Ross or Home Goods. The candles here in the center came directly from Walmart. You really can't go anywhere in Houston as far as like grocery stores like H-E-B, places like that are concerned. They typically have these candles because we have a huge Latin population who is Catholic, and they use these sacred candles for that purpose. Obviously, I use them on my altar space to invoke the entities shown on here: Jesus, Mother Mary, the seven African powers, and the Holy Spirit. I also have my smudging tools here in the front, some candles, my burner. I also have my little Zen garden over here. You can see Isis, there's rattles and things, some of the essential oils that I use. I got my photos of Lakshmi and Ganesh from Kripalu, and wanted to add them to my altar. At Kripalu, there's like this big statue of Ganesh, and one day, like after I went to Kripalu for Spirit Junkie Masterclass Level 2, and one day after our little session, we went over to see the statue of Ganesh, and I just felt this intense energy being in the presence of the statue, and walked into the little store that they have at Kripalu and saw Ganesh again, and just felt really instantly drawn to that energy and wanted to kind of capture it for myself in my own sacred space. So that's how Ganesh made his way here. But yeah, like it's really about finding those items that resonate with you, adding them to your altar one by one. It obviously, it doesn't have to be anything extensive. It doesn't have to be anything big. I know some people are like, I don't have a whole room to have an altar space, or I don't have space for an altar. When I first started, my altar space was really like my nightstand. I used to put stuff on my nightstand all the time. And it then became that I moved it into this office space that ended up becoming kind of my office space / sacred space. And now it's where I do my healing energy templates with the Soul Guidance and Sacred Mentoring program. It's where I typically do my extensive card pulls. It's also, where I usually do my lives and my videos for you guys. It's where most times I record my podcast. I have ventured out, but it's usually where I do kind of my spiritual work. And the energy in here is different. It's something that I feel that I've cultivated over time, not only by having this altar space, but also through the use of my smudging tools and just the reverence that I have for the space. I usually try not to make this space like any other space in my house. It's like, this space, I make sure I don't come into it with any type of shoes on, even just like running up to like grab something. Like, I'm like, let me take my shoes off. Like, I really try to treat this as if it's like a holy space. And that's just me. Like, I think you could do that with your whole house, really. But I wanted to kind of have a area that was kind of my Zen den, and this is it. So, just so that you are aware, I am not neglecting crystals. I do have crystals. My crystals do not usually rest on my altar space. I have them here, over here. And the reason that I have them over here, typically I pull the crystals that I need for my work, for rituals, for healing templates, for spells, whatever. I pull them out, put them on my altar or in the circle for use during the template, and then, or the ritual or the spell or whatever, and then I put it back when I'm done. And obviously, I have a lot of them, so it seemed less cluttered to put them over here versus on my altar space, because they would be everywhere. Obviously, full moons coming up, and it's a perfect time to charge your crystals under the full moon light. If you've been working with particular ones, or if you've used one in a healing template, it's probably good to cleanse the energy off of it, just so that the power is amplified again. But we'll get into all of that and a little bit more when I actually kind of talk to you about crystals and my more recent obsession with them. I mean, I've always kind of been drawn to them, but lately I've felt a stronger pull to kind of picking one up and having it on me in some way, or using it in some way for everyday activities, rather than just in my templates or just in my my rituals. And I'm happy to show you even how I use them in templates or rituals if you'd like to see that as well. So let me know in the comments below, do you have a sacred space? Do you have questions about sacred space? Do you have anything that maybe I kind of glossed over that you're wanting to know about? Like, should I have this or should I not have this? Obviously, probably if you're asking that question, my answer is going to be to you that you should have whatever you want to have. I'm not the dictate. I'm not the person who is going to tell you like what you should put on your altar. It really should be something that resonates for you. So, but if there's questions about like something that I have or what it does or, you know, how to use, please feel free to let me know that. Please, you know, if you need ideas on things that you might want to get or need some information on where you might find something, feel free to reach out to me for that as well. So hope that helps you guys. Hope you have a great week this week, and I will talk to you soon next week. Bye.